Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Union Cabinet gives its nod to Citizenship Amendment Bill. Government says the bill takes care of country's interests. Personal Data Protection Bill and Central Sanskrit Universities Bill approved by Cabinet. Cabinet decides to extend the reservation for SC/STs in Lok Sabha and State Assemblies for another 10 years. Union Minister for Communications Ravi Shankar Prasad says the process for the merger of BSNL and MTNL is underway. A proud nation salutes its Navy personnel on Navy Day. And India dominates track and field events in South Asian Games in Nepal, bagging 5 gold medals today. A Union Cabinet meeting was held under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the national capital this morning. Several important decisions were taken in this meeting. In a significant decision, the Cabinet has cleared the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Briefing media in New Delhi after the Cabinet meeting, Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Prakash Javadekar said the bill takes care of India's interest and it will be introduced in Parliament as soon as possible.
आप देखेंगे कि ये बिल के प्रावधान जैसे स्पष्ट होंगे, सभी लोग इसका स्वागत करेंगे क्योंकि ये राष्ट्रीय इंटरेस्ट में है और नेचुरल जस्टिस के इंटरेस्ट में है और किसी के खिलाफ नहीं है.
Our correspondent takes a look at the major provisions of the bill.
The Citizenship Amendment Bill is intended to amend existing law to grant exemptions to illegal migrants in selected categories. The bill seeks to amend the Citizenship Act 1955 to make illegal migrants of 6 communities from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan eligible for Indian citizenship. The communities are Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians. The legislation relaxes the 11-year criteria for citizenship to 6 years for persons belonging to these 6 religions. The bill was passed by the last Lok Sabha but it could not be taken up in the Rajya Sabha. Now, the bill is expected to be taken up during ongoing winter session of Parliament where it has to face the heat of opposition's criticism as parties like Congress, TMC and Left have already objected to the provisions of the bill. With Sabhagyakar, Suparna Sekia, AIR News, Delhi.
The Cabinet approved a proposal to extend reservation for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha and State Assemblies for another 10 years. The reservation for these categories in the Lok Sabha and State Assemblies was to expire on the 25th of January 2020. It also gave its nod to the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019, which will be introduced in the current session of Parliament.
एक पर्सनल डाटा प्रोटेक्शन एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विषय है जिसमें लोगों का डाटा का प्रोटेक्शन आज दुनिया भर में विषय है, तो वो कैसे किया जाएगा और भारत की इंटरेस्ट और लोगों के इंटरेस्ट सबको कैसे ध्यान में रखकर काम आगे बढ़ेगा, इसका ये बिल है.
The Cabinet also approved the withdrawal of the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Second Amendment Bill 2019. The Union Cabinet approved the launch of Bharat Bond Exchange Traded Fund ETF to provide additional money for CPSUs, CPSEs and other government organizations. The Bharat Bond ETF would be the first corporate bond ETF in the country. Briefing media, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the government is trying to deepen the bond market in India.
The Cabinet has given permission for creating an umbrella bond ETF through which we hope to diversify the investor base and bring in a lot of retail investors into the market. Because the units are not going to be valued more than 1,000 rupees each.
The government approved the Central Sanskrit Universities Bill to be introduced in the Parliament. The bill has provision for conversion of 3 Sanskrits deemed to be universities into central universities. The Cabinet also approved land monetization at Pragati Maidan to build a 5-star hotel. ITPO will undertake the mega project to redevelop Pragati Maidan into a world-class international exhibition and convention centre. Union Minister of Communications Ravi Shankar Prasad has said the process is on for the merger of BSNL and MTNL. While replying to a question in the Lok Sabha today, he said efforts have been made to protect the interests of the employees and make it a profitable venture. He also assured that BSNL will get 4G services at the earliest. The work is in progress in this regard. He said the minister also said our 5G is still in evolving stage and state operators will get 5G too when it is operationalized.
BSNL और MTNL के कर्मचारियों ने स्वेच्छा से लगभग 92,000 VRS ऑप्ट किया है कल अंतिम तारीख की सर। लेकिन सर उनको हम बहुत ही अच्छा VRS दे रहे हैं। हम BSNL MTNL को मर्ज भी कर रहे हैं। मर्जर की वैधानिक औपचारिकताओं में समय लगेगा और ये गुणवत्ता के सुधार के दृष्टिकोण में सरकार का कमिटमेंट है कि हम इन्हें प्रोफेशनल प्रॉफिटेबल बनाएंगे सर। तो हमारी सरकार पूरी कोशिश करेगी।
The minister also informed the Lok Sabha that there is no known adverse impact of the radiation found in cell phone towers and birds are not affected by that. He said this while answering a question posed by Shiv Sena member Sadashiv Lokhande of Shirdi constituency during the question hour today. The Union government today said that amendments shall soon be made in the Indian Penal Code and the Code of Criminal Procedure on the basis of the suggestions to be received from the state and union territories with regard to mob lynching. Replying to the supplementaries in the Rajya Sabha, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said that at present there is no definition of mob lynching in the law and under the IPC section of 302 actions have been taken in the matters. The minister said central government has written letters to the chief ministers, governors and state administrators and asked them to give suggestions to curb mob lynching. He said a committee will be constituted to look at the suggestions and necessary action will be taken to amend the requisite laws.
अपने अपने राज्य में इन्वेस्टिगेशन के अनुभवी और पब्लिक प्रोसिक्यूटर्स से चर्चा कर उनके सुझाव को यहाँ पर भेजे और BPRND के तत्वाधान में एक कमेटी का गठन किया है जो कमेटी CRPC और IPC के अंदर आमूलचूर बदलाव के लिए उस पर सोचने का काम कर रही है। जो सुझाव आएंगे इसके आधार पर हम CRPC और IPC के अंदर बदलाव की कार्यवाही करेंगे।
Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu today rejected the suggestion to shift the schedule of private members' business from Friday to the middle of the week. During the 0 hour, MP Narendra Jadhav raised the issue, saying private members' business attracts lack of seriousness on Friday due to low presence of members in the upper house as they have to visit their constituencies in the weekend. He urged the chairman to shift the business to any day in the middle of the week. Responding to it, Mr. Naidu said he does not agree with the view of the member. He said the change of mindset and behavior is required to take the private members' business seriously. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. In Karnataka, the State Election Office has made elaborate arrangements for the by-elections to be held tomorrow in 15 assembly constituencies. More from our correspondent.
The security has been beefed up for the election with prohibitory orders issued around the constituencies. The polling personnel have checked the EVMs and VVPATs for ensuring its functionality tomorrow. To prevent impersonation of absentee voters, officials conducted door-to-door survey to list voters who have vacated their residence. The names of dead, shifted voters were also collected by them. The presiding officers will have the list for verification tomorrow at the time of voting. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
In Jharkhand, campaigning is in full swing for the second and third phase of state assembly elections. 20 constituencies will go to the polls in the second phase on Saturday, while polling for 17 constituencies spread over 8 districts will be held in the third phase on the 12th of this month. During the second phase, polling will take place for 20 assembly seats, including those of East Singhbhum, West Singhbhum, Saraikela, Kharsawan, Ranchi, Khunti, Gumla and Simdega districts. Star campaigners of all major political parties are holding public meetings. The Supreme Court today granted bail to Congress leader P. Chidambaram in the INX media money laundering case lodged by the Enforcement Directorate. The top court said Chidambaram could not leave the country without prior permission of the court and neither try to influence the witnesses nor tamper with evidence. The Apex Court set aside the Delhi High Court's November 15th verdict denying bail to the former Union Finance Minister. He has been in custody for 105 days since the 21st of August when he was arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation in the INX media corruption case. A 3-judge bench headed by Justice R. Bhanumati granted the relief to the Congress leader on a personal bond of 2 lakh rupees with 2 sureties of the like amount. The bench, also comprising Justices A.S. Bopanna and Rishikesh Roy, restrained Chidambaram from giving any press interview or making any statement with regard to the case. In Jammu and Kashmir, the Union Territory Administration has accorded sanction to implement the Group Personal Accidental Insurance Policy to over 3.5 lakh employees of the J&K government. The scheme, which is to be launched through Oriental Insurance Company Limited for a period of 3 years commencing from the 2nd of December this year. The policy will cover gazetted and non-gazetted employees, including those of PSUs, autonomous bodies, local bodies, universities, daily wagers, consolidated contractual ad hoc employees, contingent paid workers, and SPOs. The sum assured under this policy will be 10 lakh rupees per employee against payment of a yearly premium of 346 rupees inclusive of GST. Still with Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor G.C. Murmu has directed to place a complaint box in every panchayat in the Union Territory to enable citizens to register their complaints and grievances with the government. These directions were issued in the first meeting of the Administrative Council in Jammu yesterday, during which functioning of public grievances redressal mechanism was reviewed. Principal Secretary to Government, Planning, Development and Monitoring and Grievances Department, Rohit Kansal, made a detailed presentation explaining the process of registering and handling the grievances and complaints. 4 army jawans died and 2 more went missing when snow avalanches hit army patrols in 2 separate sectors along the line of control in North Kashmir's Kupwara and Bandipora districts last evening. A total of 8 jawans were buried under the snow avalanches in both the sectors. A proud nation salutes its naval personnel on the occasion of Navy Day. The day is celebrated in honor of the Maritime Force's role during the war with Pakistan in 1971 when Indian warships attacked Karachi port and successfully thwarted Pakistani operations in the western coast. Chief of the Naval Staff and Vice Chiefs of Indian Army and Air Force paid homage at the National War Memorial in the national capital this morning to mark the Navy Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that valuable service and sacrifice rendered by our Navy has made our nation stronger and safer. The Prime Minister saluted courageous Navy personnel. In his press conference on the eve of the Navy Day, Chief of the Naval Staff Admiral Karambir Singh said the Navy is fully prepared to secure the maritime borders of the country.
As the primary instrument of India's maritime power, the Indian Navy will continue to play a decisive role in providing effective response across the full spectrum of challenges in our maritime domain and ensuring national prosperity. We are, along with Coast Guard and Marine Police and the state governments, we are ready to meet any challenge on the coastal security front.
India continues its outstanding performance at the 13th South Asian Games in Nepal. Indian athletes dominated in track and field events and clinched 10 medals, including 5 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze today. India won gold and silver medals in men's and women's discus throw events. Kirpal Singh won gold in the men's category with a new meet record of 57.88 meters. Gagandeep Singh grabbed the silver. In women's section, Navjeet Kaur clinched gold and Suravi Biswas got the silver. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Union Cabinet gives its nod to Citizenship Amendment Bill. Government says bill takes care of country's interests. Personal Data Protection Bill and Central Sanskrit University's Bill approved by Cabinet. Cabinet decides to extend reservation for SC/STs in Lok Sabha and state assemblies for another 10 years. Union Minister for Communications Ravi Shankar Prasad says the process for merger of BSNL and MTNL is underway. A proud nation salutes its Navy personnel on Navy Day. And India dominates track and field events in South Asian Games in Nepal, bagging 5 gold medals today. And with that, we end the midday news.